us after this whole thing dropped because I didn't watch it prior. I thought it was great.
And
Well,
because I haven't seen it yet, so tell us.
I thought it was like super compelling. I thought it was great. And apparently Blake Lively fought to make the edits. I actually really liked the story. So, but I have to say the one thing about this I think is true. My own opinion, because this story is so bizarre. And I don't know who to believe. I believe more. I think they are so sexually charged together. I think Justin and Blake on that movie. There's been a lot of theories that they caught feelings, and that is what has prompted this whole thing. And I don't know. I got to tell you, it seemed intense. I kind of like that theory. I thought just my little blink, and I
Yeah.
know my blink can often be wrong, but I thought to myself, ooh, these two people seem like there's a anger there that's a jilted lover kind of anger. Tell
And
me.
let me tell you something. You
Tell
take
me.
a minute away from Sarah Fraser, and she comes in hot with conspiracy theories. I haven't heard this one yet. I guess this is what's out there in the ether
There's
verse.
so much out there in the etherverse. And, I am taken aback a little bit, and then I'm not, at how much people hate Blake Lively and how much they are Team Justin. It's giving me very Amber Heard, Johnny Depp vibes.
Are more people,
So
is
hated.
this pretty split? Are more people team? Because I was with some people this weekend that were like really team Blake. Then
Really?
they told me, well, then it came out that they like worship the House of Gossip Girl. I worship the House of Gossip Girl. I don't know what that really has to do with this. Um, there's a lot of just, look, I mean, you know what it is with this? There's so much. I'm like so overwhelmed with this whole story, to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's a
there's
lot. It's a
so
lot.
much, and now he's suing the New York Times. And look, I mean, is this? Look, I don't like the big, powerful people with money winning. That's the Johnny Depp of it. That's the Jay-Z and Bay, Jay and Bay. That's the Ryan and Blake. That ain't a fair fight against Justin. So is this real or is this just like we'll crush you, dude? We'll crush you.
You
It's
always
Ryan
have
and
to take
Blake.
that into account. And then I always have to separate my feelings. Do I hate these people because they're uber rich? Or, just because you're uber rich, you can still be sexually harassed. And, and with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, I thought both of them were bananas. I didn't you? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't for one second think, oh, he's, like innocent, or that I didn't believe he was an alcoholic that smashed a glass. I mean, he's a whack job, I mean, but she seems to me just as nut jobby as he is. And then I know you know this, but have you ever had people in your life where they come together with another person and it's like Bonnie and Clyde? They do an act that other person just like it's cat on a hot tin roof. It just is like they really trigger each other. That was to me Amber and Johnny. Like they were even more amplified nuts together. You know what I mean? Like
So
I
who
do, but
are
I
the Amber and Johnny here? Is it Ryan and Blake? Is it
yes.
Justin and Ryan and Blake? Yeah, okay.
But no, I think in this scenario, it's Amber Heard is Blake Lively. Blake Lively is Amber Heard, and Johnny Depp is Justin. I think there was something there. I don't know. It's very fascinating to me. I'll tell you this: if he wins against the New York Times, because he and his attorney are alleging, and they're alleging a lawsuit is coming against Blake Lively. If he wins this lawsuit against the New York Times, if in fact they cherry picked text messages or they ran this story without really seeing fully the transcripts of his side, uh I will never trust mainstream media ever again. Like I will be like to me that should be the nail in the like the New York Times is toast. Like they should close shop if they lose that
And
because
that,
they
like
have to
that to
know.
me is more interesting. Like that to me is the more interest. I mean, look, it's all interesting, but that's where I start to get intrigued. Like I'm less in the weeds of like, well, I guess if it's yeah, I'm just more into the
Like you
like
don't care about the fat shaming. You don't care that he
no, I mean,
allegedly.
you know what it is? I do. I guess in real time, before your very eyes, I guess my thoughts are that this isn't that. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I guess my thoughts are that this is big Hollywood just trying to create a narrative and run the little guy out of town. That's
You
where
think that's
that's
what you
where
think? That yeah. No, I think that's
yeah,
a fascinating. And
but
but
let me caution by saying without being really like I'm not in like number 200 on the claims, and now we're on page 97 of the lawsuit, and now we're on page 98. Like this is just top line. That's where my gut lies. Yeah.
okay, but why is Hollywood trying to run him out? Like why? What did he do?
Well, I don't think that I just think Blake is not happy. Blake's not happy. Yeah.
So you just think this is more somebody who is not happy, has money, has Hollywood fame on her side, married to
As
super
someone
highly
that has
respected.
as much money, if not more, there's a lot of discrepancies about no, he doesn't have $1 billion from the sale of Mint Mobile and there were other partners, but I mean Ryan sold Mint Mobile. That's his company. This is George Clooney, Casamigos, Randy Gerber, Casamigos, and it's like I said before, Sarah, you want to make money, fuck this Hollywood shit. Go
Uh,
and get a I mean,
dude, yeah,
yes, that helps you get in the public eye. Ask Bethany Frankel, but gotta have a real product and you gotta sell it. It's gotta be a real product. I mean,
bro.
Mint
I'm
Mobile is a real thing. We had AT&T and T-Mobile and Verizon, and this Mint Mobile came out of nowhere, and now it's sold, and Ryan has that money. It's real
Do you know,
money.
but by the way, do you know anyone that uses Mint Mobile?
Well, at one point they were a client of Behind the Velvet Rope. Now they've terminated our
Okay. But do you know
agreement.
anyone that literally has a phone sign up with Mint Mobile?
Presently, at the moment, I do not, but if they would like to come back as a client, I will sign up. I will sign up. I do everything for my
Just
clients.
60 seconds ago say you wanted the little guy to win, and now you're saying to the big guy, well, if you'd like to advertise here.
Well, does one thing have anything to do with the other? I guess if they were a client, I'll have to abstain. Hey, my silence could be bought. You want me to stop talking about the story, Ryan? Advertise back on Behind the Velvet Rope. They advertised a couple of years ago.
Oh my God. I don't know what to make of this story. I'm telling you, I feel like it's jilted lovers. I feel like there has to be something deeper. Now, I have seen and read that he apparently, meaning Justin and his lawyer, that they have kept an incredible treasure trove of
I've heard.
emails, of text. Like he's got all the receipts.
Well,
I
the one thing I have to say, if you look at her suit and you look at his countersuit, where apparently, I mean, not countersuit, yeah, but I mean, rumor is he's going to sue her, he's going to countersue her, but the suit against the New York Times, his is much more detailed. There are much more receipts presented so far by Justin. And according to him, he has a million other receipts that they're holding back, to your point. I'm not so listen, I am way more invested in this than Heard and Depp. I wasn't invested in. I'm really
I
invested in this.
agree. I didn't, I just, to me, Johnny and Amber were like, do I believe she shit in his bed? Yep. Do I believe he like broke glass, threatened to kill her, beat her? Yeah, I do. I believe I believe both sides. Like to me, thankfully, I wasn't the judge because I believe all sides or whatever the jury. I'm like,
But where do you end up after this? Now, I mean, like the point is, does it matter? Like Heard is what? Run out of Hollywood, right? We're done with her, I guess. Right? And are we, I mean,
I thought she was in a Marvel. I thought she was coming up for a Marvel thing, or she was
oh,
going to
really?
be. Hold on, let's.
Like, will Justin survive this? Like,